LeBron James could be on the verge of one final major move in his legendary career. And believe it or not, it might take him back to a place that once crowned him king. We're talking about the Miami Heat, the franchise where LeBron won not one, but 2 NBA championships. A city where he reached 4 consecutive NBA Finals. A team he helped turn into a basketball dynasty in the early 2010s. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Now, more than a decade later, whispers of a reunion are starting to emerge. But before we dive into that, let's take a closer look at the situation currently unfolding in Los Angeles. Because this summer could define the future of the Lakers, and of LeBron James. The Lakers are heading into what might be one of their most important off-seasons in years. There's a sense of urgency inside the organization. The team knows major decisions must be made, and soon. And while they may explore various roster changes, trades, or free agent signings, one thing stands above all else: securing the future of Luka Dončić. Yes, Luka Dončić, the rising superstar who could become the face of the franchise for the next decade. The Lakers are pulling out all the stops to keep him in LA, wearing the iconic purple and gold. Everything we've heard so far suggests they're making serious efforts behind the scenes. And it looks like they're willing to build the future of the team around him. But once the Luka situation is handled, all eyes will turn to LeBron James. LeBron has already achieved everything a player could dream of. 4 MVP awards. 4 NBA championships. Countless All-Star appearances. And at 40 years old, he's still performing at a high level, redefining what's possible for athletes at this stage of their careers. If he stays with the Lakers next season, it will mark his 8th year in Los Angeles, the longest stretch he's ever spent with a single team in one stint. That's longer than his time in Cleveland. Longer than his dominant run in Miami. And it speaks volumes about how deeply he's rooted in LA. His businesses are here. His family is here. His legacy has been extended in Hollywood, both on and off the court. For many, it's hard to imagine LeBron finishing his career anywhere else. And yet, the NBA is unpredictable. Stories change overnight. What seems certain one day can be flipped upside down the next. That brings us to Miami. During a segment on CBS Sports, analyst Ashley Nicole Moss offered an intriguing take. She said the idea of LeBron returning to the Heat might not be as far-fetched as people think. According to Moss, the Heat are in a period of transition. They've lost a lot in recent years, she said. Key role players. Outside shooters. And now, Jimmy Butler is gone. What LeBron would walk into in Miami isn't too different from what he's currently dealing with in Los Angeles. She went on to say, sure, you could bring in a second star alongside him. But the supporting cast still needs to be dependable. So to me, this feels more like a nostalgic move than a true championship move. And let's not forget, LeBron's relationship with the Heat wasn't just about wins and losses. It was emotional. It was personal. He grew as a leader there. He learned what it takes to win at the highest level. He built chemistry with a team that felt like family. So, could he go back? Would he want one last dance in South Beach, just to bring things full circle? Well, while it's fun to imagine, the odds seem very slim. The Miami Heat did make the playoffs this past season, but they were swept by the top-seeded Cleveland Cavaliers. Without Jimmy Butler and with a roster in flux, they don't look like a win-now team. Not for a player like LeBron, who isn't just playing to compete, he's playing to contend. Meanwhile, The Athletic's Jovan Buha and Sam Amick report that the Lakers are still the overwhelming favorites to keep LeBron. Their sources, and the general feeling around the league, suggest that LeBron will retire in a Lakers jersey. And it makes sense. The Lakers still have tools to work with. They're expected to retool their roster and build a competitive team for a full 82-game campaign, and, of course, the playoffs. That's something Miami may not be able to guarantee at this point. So yes, a return to Miami would make headlines. It would stir emotions. It would trigger all kinds of flashbacks for basketball fans around the world. But in terms of basketball logic, it doesn't quite add up. Still, this is LeBron James we're talking about. A player who's made bold moves before. Someone who's shocked the sports world more than once. So never say never. For now, though, the focus remains on the Lakers. Can they keep Luka Dončić? Can they give LeBron one final title shot? Can they rebuild fast enough to turn a good team into a great one? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, whatever LeBron James decides to do next, the entire basketball world will be watching. Luka Dončić's playoff debut in a Lakers jersey didn't end the way fans had dreamed. After a blockbuster trade that sent shockwaves through the NBA, the Slovenian superstar arrived in Los Angeles with massive expectations. The city was buzzing. Fans envisioned Luka leading a new dynasty. But instead of a championship run, LA's season ended in disappointment, with an early playoff exit, roster concerns, and pressing questions about what comes next. In early February, Lakers GM Rob Pelinka made a franchise-altering decision. The team sent out Anthony Davis, rising guard Max Christie, a 2029 first-round pick, and other valuable pieces, including Jalen Hood-Schifino, to acquire Dončić. The deal also brought in Maxi Kleber, sidelined by injury, and veteran forward Markieff Morris. It was a bold move. A statement to the league: the Lakers are going all in on Luka. This wasn't just about trading for talent. It was about the future. About building a team centered on one of the most gifted offensive players of his generation. But right away, there were challenges. Dončić arrived still recovering from a nagging calf strain. He showed flashes of brilliance, no surprise there, but he lacked the explosiveness and rhythm that had defined his time in Dallas. He looked human. Still elite, but not invincible. With Luka in the fold, the Lakers turned their attention to finding the right pieces around him, particularly a dependable big man to anchor the paint. The front office zeroed in on Mark Williams, a young center with enormous upside playing for the Hornets. A deal was agreed upon. LA would send Dalton Knecht and a 2031 first-round pick to Charlotte in exchange for Williams. But fate intervened. Williams failed his physical, reportedly due to lingering knee concerns, and the trade was voided. It was a massive blow to the Lakers' plans. With time running out, Pelinka made quick moves, bringing in veteran Alex Len and rookie Trey Jemison III. Unfortunately, neither player was able to provide the size, strength, or reliability the team so badly needed. Head coach J.J. Redick, known for his modern offensive vision, leaned heavily into small ball lineups. While this allowed more floor spacing, it came at a steep price. In their first-round series against the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Lakers were consistently out-rebounded. They struggled to protect the rim and were out-muscled inside. The result? A 4-1 series loss, one that exposed just how thin the Lakers' front court really was. Despite the disappointment, all eyes now turn to August 2nd, the day Luka becomes eligible for a maximum contract extension. What he chooses to do next could shape the direction of the Lakers for years to come. There are three main paths on the table. Luka could sign a 4-year deal worth $229 million this summer. This would lock him in through the prime of his career and give the Lakers stability moving forward. Alternatively, Dončić might opt for a 3-year, $165 million deal with a player option in the final year, 2028-29. This move would give him flexibility while setting him up to sign a massive Supermax deal in 2028, a 5-year contract worth a projected $418 million, once he hits 10 years of service in the league. The most daring route? Luka could decline his player option for the 2025-26 season, making himself an unrestricted free agent next summer. That would open the door to either re-signing with the Lakers for 5 years and $296 million, or leaving for another team on a 4-year, $219 million deal. According to Jovan Buha and Sam Amick of The Athletic, the Lakers are ready for anything. Whatever structure Dončić prefers, they're willing to accept. The franchise is fully committed to building around him, no hesitation. While Luka weighs his future, another Lakers icon is making his own decision, LeBron James. Entering what could be his 23rd NBA season, LeBron is evaluating whether to return for the 2025-26 campaign. Although his choice won't directly impact Luka's contract, LeBron has made one thing clear: the Lakers are Luka's team now. He knows how much he's loved here, LeBron said in a recent press conference. This team needs to be built around him. It's a passing of the torch moment. LeBron, once the face of the league, is ready to step back and let Dončić lead. And that moment isn't just symbolic, it's strategic. LeBron's endorsement gives Luka full authority to shape the Lakers' future. The Lakers head into the offseason with a clear mission. They must add size. They must improve rim protection. And they must do it quickly, because Luka's decision will determine the fate of the franchise. Will they become a championship contender? Or will this be another chapter of star power squandered? One thing's for sure, if Luka Dončić stays, if he signs that extension and commits to the long haul, the Lakers' future will be brighter than ever. The ball is in his hands now. Lakers fans, buckle up because a new wave of rumors is sweeping through the NBA landscape, and it's all about Giannis Antetokounmpo potentially making his way to Los Angeles. This off-season is shaping up to be a monumental one, and with every passing day, whispers surrounding the future of the two-time NBA MVP only seem to grow louder. If you're a Lakers fan, this news should have you feeling like the stars are aligning for something big. During a recent episode of The Low Post, Howard Beck appeared as a guest and had a lot to say about Giannis' potential future in the NBA. Among the key takeaways was a suggestion that Giannis may only be considering some of the biggest markets in the league for his next chapter. According to Beck, "I've been hearing some things," he shared, "and it sounds like Giannis might be looking at a short list of destinations, and it seems like it's down to major cities. We're talking about one of the LA teams, maybe New York, or possibly Miami. These aren't necessarily the biggest markets in terms of size, but they have the glamour and the appeal that could draw in a player of Giannis' caliber." For Lakers fans, this is a huge deal. The thought of Giannis joining LeBron James in Hollywood is something that has the potential to reshape the future of the franchise. For Rob Pelinka and the Lakers front office, this revelation means that LA could be one of the destinations that Giannis has his eyes on. It's a tantalizing idea, to say the least. With LeBron aging and his window for a championship closing, adding a player like Giannis could set the Lakers up for sustained greatness, even beyond LeBron's eventual retirement. Now, while this might sound like an exciting prospect for Lakers fans, the reality of bringing Giannis to Los Angeles is far from simple. As much as LA has the allure of Hollywood, the Lakers front office will still need to navigate the tricky waters of the trade market, salary cap, and the fierce competition from other big-market teams. But the rumors are circulating, and with the right moves, the Lakers could very well find themselves in a position to land one of the most dominant players in the NBA. So, let's break it down. Giannis is undoubtedly one of the best players in the world. At just 28 years old, he's already achieved more than most players could ever dream of. 2 MVP awards, an NBA championship, a Finals MVP. The list goes on. But as dominant as he's been with the Milwaukee Bucks, there are signs that Giannis may be ready for a new challenge. According to Beck, one of the critical factors in this saga will be how the Milwaukee Bucks handle the situation if Giannis does indeed want out. As one of the most beloved players in franchise history, it would be hard to imagine the Bucks not honoring Giannis' list of preferred destinations. But will they? Beck brings up an important comparison when discussing how the Bucks might handle this. He mentions Damian Lillard's situation, where the Portland Trail Blazers haven't been quite as willing to work with him in the same way the Bucks might with Giannis. Why? Because of Giannis' unique status in Milwaukee, he's a franchise cornerstone, and the team would likely want to avoid causing any friction with a player of his stature. If this scenario does unfold, it's likely that the competition for Giannis' services would come down to just a few select teams. According to Beck, when you narrow down the list, you're talking about some of the biggest cities, and that's where the Lakers' chances look much better. Sure, other teams may have better trade packages, but when you consider the marketability and appeal of LA, they're right there. This insight is crucial for Lakers fans to understand. While other teams might be able to offer more assets in a trade, the Lakers have the one thing that no other team can match: the power of the LA market. The glamour, the media attention, the endorsement opportunities, all of this could factor into Giannis' decision. And let's not forget about the possibility of pairing Giannis with another European superstar, Luka Dončić. For months now, rumors have been swirling about a potential partnership between the two. The idea of Giannis and Luka forming a European dream team in Los Angeles is something that has fans around the world buzzing. While this is still just a rumor, the thought of these two superstars playing together is a tantalizing possibility. It could elevate the Lakers to an entirely new level of dominance and excitement. But for now, all of this is still in the realm of speculation. While the future remains uncertain, one thing is for sure: Lakers fans are going to be watching closely as this situation unfolds. If the Lakers can position themselves correctly and put together a competitive trade offer, they'll be in the mix for Giannis, and that's a scenario that could completely change the trajectory of the franchise. It's not just about winning now, it's about setting up the Lakers for sustained greatness for years to come. Giannis joining the Lakers isn't just a pipe dream for fans in Los Angeles. It's a realistic possibility, but it all hinges on several factors. First and foremost, will Giannis decide that it's time for a change? The Bucks have done everything they can to build a team around him, but if Giannis feels that the team is no longer in a position to contend for championships, he may look elsewhere. That's when the Lakers could pounce. But even if Giannis does decide to leave Milwaukee, the Lakers will have to make the right moves to make it happen. The trade market is competitive, and the Lakers are not the only team with a desire to land a superstar. There will be other suitors, teams with a strong foundation, plenty of assets to offer, and the allure of a championship. But the Lakers have one thing that no other team can match: the bright lights of Los Angeles, the opportunity to play alongside LeBron James, and the chance to build a new era of dominance for the franchise. Lakers fans won't give up on the dream of seeing Giannis in LA anytime soon. Until Giannis officially leaves Milwaukee or reaffirms his commitment to the Bucks, expect the rumors and speculation to continue. The possibility of a Giannis-Lakers partnership will remain a hot topic of conversation, and as the offseason continues, fans will be on the edge of their seats, hoping that this dream pairing becomes a reality. In the end, only time will tell what Giannis' future holds. But one thing is for sure: the Lakers are a team to watch closely as the offseason unfolds. If they can make the right moves and position themselves for success, they could very well land one of the most talented players in the NBA. And if that happens, the entire league will be watching as the Lakers attempt to assemble another championship-caliber team. For now, the Giannis to Lakers rumors will remain alive, fueling the hopes of Lakers fans everywhere. But as with anything in the NBA, we know that the story can change quickly. So, while we wait for the next chapter, it's clear that the Lakers will be doing everything they can to make this dream a reality.